want to do a bit of a figure spotlight since we're going to do 6, 10 or whatever these. We can surely find 6 to 10 different figures. So the one I wanted to spotlight is one of my new favorite figures that I've just really got into. Again, like I picked up Keldor. This is a figure that I had before in Classics, but I had to get another one. And I don't know why. And I don't know why I've become obsessed with this figure and everything about this world in Classics. But I just...
Wait, can I guess?
You know who it is. I know you can guess.
Is he a main character?
I would say he is.
Okay, I can't think of it for some reason. Okay, go ahead, show me. Let's see.
It's Anti-Eternian He-Man.
Oh, he's not a main character.
Yeah, he is. He's the villain in the recent run of DC comic graphic novels. All 6 episodes, it's him destroying the universe.
Sorry.
If you go to DCSuperfan.com, Google Better Masters Fan Than You.org, you will find out that this character is a main character. He is the most evil man in the universe. And anyways, I'm obsessed with him. I'm absolutely obsessed with him. I think he's so badass. And the Origins line is actually planning on doing, I think it's the Origins or the Minis, which are like a 2-inch, almost like pop style Masters figures that are coming out, are doing Anti-Eternian He-Man and Anti-Eternian Man-at-Arms as well. So it's like the mirror universe from Trek, right? Where the good guys are bad and bad guys are good. So Keldor is like Prince Adam in that version. And he was almost created as a character, but the fans voted, I think, Triclops in instead. A mini comic version of Triclops. Yeah, a repaint of Triclops.
Wow.
Instead of a brand new character in figure form that we've never had. Thank you.
That's cool. So hold him up to the camera. Let's see him a little bit closer there. So he's got the axe and the sword and shield.
Yeah, so that's his shield, which is cool. It's the Castle Hell Skull emblem there.
Oh, wow.
And then, of course, he's got the sword.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, man. So, black sword. I like that.
Yeah, it's all black, all accessories. And there's some cool customs out there. I saw one from Joe Amato who took a Classics Battle Cat and did like an Anti-Eternian Battle Cat. So it's all like black and red with silver accents, which is really cool. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll have to look on realfan.heman.robmccallum/gatekeeper.com to find out more about that character.
You don't have access to it.
I don't have the codes for that. I can't even learn.
You don't qualify.
Dang.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
You got to get an invite to that site. Those are where the real fans go.
So mine, actually, I just finished a video last week on this character, and this ties into what we were talking about, how piecing together a certain figure. So I did. So I pieced together this, which is on our very famous poster.
Nice.
Which I'm really glad. That's a great choice of vehicles you picked for that, by the way.
Thanks.
And this is Thunderhawk with Matt Tracker on the side. Second version of Matt Tracker. So let's get him out here. He's got the long mask, unfortunately.
And you said you did a review on this, so that's on your channel as well?
I did. Yeah. My YouTube channel, guys, is just Jay Bartlett. It's really simple. Just look up my name. There's another Jay Bartlett. He is an exorcist. That is not me. I am the toy Jay Bartlett. So anyway, this is Thunderhawk that I pieced together. And it's beautiful, man. Look at this.
It's
original rubber tires.
I remember when we were filming Action Figure Adventure, we had that car and you're like, I don't have rubber tires for 2 of the wheels though. I'm like, okay, well, we'll just turn it to camera. So
we turned it, and we both love Matt Tracker as a character. And this is by far, in my opinion, the best mask vehicle. So I pieced it together. Yeah, the doors and the chrome here are new pieces, and the back spoiler.
Yeah.
So it's all restored. So I have an extra one that I can give you, buddy. It's a little damaged, but you can.
Hey, Christmas has come early for me then. I like that.
I just finished up the video on this one today, and I'm really super excited that it's the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back this year. However, we're getting a lot of Return of the Jedi figures, which is my favorite. So
getting excited.
Endor Leia.
Oh, cool. Does she come with a lightsaber by chance?
Endor Leia does not. No.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Do you think they'll re-release her as Rise of Skywalker Leia with a lightsaber at some point?
Maybe. That would be awesome. Yeah. But again, Hasbro seems to stop making new character figures for some reason. This one's great because she has her briefing room fatigues underneath. So that's the outfit she has. So you can take the poncho off, the helmet comes off, the belt comes off, and she has a working holster for her DDC blaster too.
Does Luke have his Jedi like black robes underneath his Endor? Yep. Oh, that's a cool spin on it.
Luke does too, and it's even cooler when you take his helmet off. His hair is even kind of squished down too, because when he removes the helmet after he beats the biker scout, his hair is all messed up.
Wonky, yeah.
So they even did that too, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, that's a cool figure. I alluded to this figure earlier in our discussion, and I haven't opened it yet, but I will be opening it at some point once I get my boiler room sorted out here. We're broadcasting live from Freddy's boiler room, and that's the Super 7 Ultimates Baxter Stockman. This is one of two that I've got. The other one is the Comic-Con Glow in the Dark exclusive. It's not here yet, which is why it's easy for me to open this one. But this figure, it's so heavy, it's so weighty, it's so giant, and the amount of accessory comes with a Mauser, as you can see as well. The detail, I mean, anybody thinking they're just getting the Playmates version on a bigger scale isn't doing the work that's put into these justice. The colors are so vibrant, they pop. They have that cartoon air to them without having to be the NECA cartoon figures, which kind of just look like they're outlined in black at some points for the definition. The giant arms that come out of his back and the wings, it's an impressive, menacing figure, which is not what people usually say for Baxter Stockman, who's kind of like, a really crappy like Igor or henchman, toady for Shredder for the most part. This guy is awesome. So that's my figure spotlight of the episode.
Wow, that makes me want those even more. And you got a thing for Fly Guys.
I don't know. Fly. It probably goes back to that, man, because watching The Fly with Jeff Goldblum, Gina Davis, it's just I don't know, that figure, that whole movie has imprinted me. I wish they would do figures from that other than the first movie, Maniacs, with Brundle Fly kind of like completely dead.
Oh, that movie is so unsettling even to this day, man. I remember, I think Kai was watching it one night during shooting.
In the back of the car on the way back from Columbus.
Yeah, and it was just, I'm like, have you got to the part where they did this yet? And she never seen it. It was her first time watching it. And she was like, this is disgusting. But Goldblum is so like captivating that you can't look away. Right?
And it still gets me every time at the scene where he's dragging himself out of the telepod when he's now attached to the telepod because he fused in by himself and he's just like a monster pile of goo that barely has a pulse, and he grabs the shotgun and puts it to his own head, because for the last like 20 minutes at this point, like, you don't want this monster creature to get this girl and this third party dude who was kind of like involved but not involved. You want them to escape the monster who's like crazy, overrun with power. He's literally become a manifestation of his own problem. But when he puts that shotgun to his head, you really feel for him still, and you can't pull the trigger. We discovered something really fun there. But let's go to figure spotlight. Is Sabine Wren your figure spotlight, or are you getting something else?
No, I have someone different off the shelf. I guess I'll go.
Okay.
Again, my love for these niche characters and those characters that kind of just appear in one or two episodes. When I show you this character, I'm pretty sure in Masters of the Universe there was a character like him. So you can guide me that way. This character is from Thundercats. So this is Safari Joe.
That's kind of like Craven.
Exactly. Safari Joe was a sport hunter. Okay. And of course he went to Third Earth and sport hunted the Thundercats, and he's a deadly warrior, and he's one of the most expensive Thundercats in the line. I just wanted to show him off, but I know there's an episode of the original Masters where there's a hunter or a collector guy, right?
Yeah, there's always there's always those collectors episodes, right, where they try to collect the champions from each planet and then they put them in the games together. I want to say it's like Pawns of the Game Master or something is the name of the episode.
Yeah, you're right. Each show kind of has that. Yeah,
DC did a lot, Marvel did it a lot, so it only makes sense that Masters did it. That's a cool character.
To call back a little bit from an episode that we did a couple of weeks ago. So this gun itself is a couple hundred in its own. So this would be a case where I got it complete, I wouldn't piece it together because you're going to go and you might as well just get the whole thing. Right. But Safari Joe, Thundercats, LJN.
Awesome.
There you go.
So can I ask you what you paid for that, or is that top secret knowledge?
Safari Joe, I got him for 200 Canadian. 200 Canadian. He's worth about 4. The guy I met online, really, he was a really good dude, and he just wanted to help me out. And that was the only Thundercat he had, and that was really the only one I was looking for. So it was meant to be.
Oh, that's awesome. I've got 3 figures here. They're all related to Masters of the Universe. One of my good friends online, Josh Van Pelt, he's part of Power and Honor Foundation, which does a lot of archivist type stuff for Masters. He has all these claim sales all the time. Yeah. Like we're talking like hundreds of items, rare, common, everything in between, test shots, prototypes, artwork, store displays, like everything you can think of, probably because he's really connected with Power and Honor Foundation, which preserves everything He-Man and She-Ra. So he does a lot of like selling stuff. And I know he was looking to buy some stuff, and this was part of his personal collection, and flip them. So I got 3 things from him in the mail the other day. I've got, I'm only going to pick one to show because it's just figure spotlight, not figure or mail call or anything like that. So Jay, I just want you to pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, and that's what I'll showcase for this.
I'm an odd number guy. I got to go 3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a Super 7 release. I didn't get a chance to get the character originally when Maddie Collector released her. But then Super 7 did a line of Ultimate figures for Masters. It was early on when they first started the Ultimate moniker. And this was a character I wanted for Classics, but the Classics one didn't have everything I want. There were several iterations of the Classics figure, but the Ultimates packaged it all together in one nice package. And when I saw this go up as part of the claim sale, I'm like, yep, done 100%. So this is Ultimate Tila. So I'm going to take her out of the box to show you. You can kind of see everything she's got. And they also had Ultimates for He-Man and Skeletor, Ram-Man, and Faker. Those were all that they had.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything until I see it. I'm wondering if it's the one I'm thinking it is.
So, as you can see, it comes on more of a classic vintage style card back, but it's the Classics figure.
Wow.
With the alternate heads. So you got like Battleground Tila here with the wavy hair, and the alternate in 2000X, and of course the snake headdress, and the staff is there as well, and the sword. But I never got the Classics, and every time I wanted to pull the trigger on one online, it was just like, it didn't have, the other accessories. So when I saw this, it was like, yeah, this is awesome. And then you can see like on the back here, just like the original vintage, you can see like Faker and Ram-Man, which are the other ones on my list to get at some point, but she is really awesome. And we talk about packaging. Classics, I like this packaging better than the Classics. They're not that much different, but I prefer to have, a vintage style packaging for these things. And they didn't make a lot of these, and it was a very short kind of time that these were available.
I've never even seen that, so that's not the one I was thinking of.
Were you thinking of Club Grayskull?
I was thinking about the green Tila Classics.
The Goddess. The Goddess.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. That's what I thought it was. That one is awesome, man. And I've always loved the Masters Universe art for the vintage. So that's going to be tough. Are you going to open that?
No, I'm going to keep this one sealed, knowing that I've got this the way I want it with all the accessories packed in there. Now I'm hoping just to find a loose Classics Tila that I compare, with Man at Arms and Adams.
See, to go back real quick to the rule of 2 for everyone who's listening, you'll see a lot of contradictions here with what we're saying because it's so difficult. Like every figure has to be judged on a case by case basis. There's no like rule set, I guess, it's like,
well, here's the problem I have for this. And this is the problem I have for a lot of current figures that get released. There is a ton of accessories here, I have bags, like Ziploc bags of like extra hands and like weapons and stuff that I want my figure this way. Well, now I've got like, literally 7 other hands or 8 other hands that I'll never use because this is the way I want it. I'm not going to sit there and interchange it. So like, I get that everybody's going to have a different way they want to do it, but like, it feels like a waste to me. I don't want that excess, management of inventory. I like it all packaged together like this. So I don't even have to worry about what's going to happen with it or just carry it. Like when I moved, I had like 3 bins of just hands and like shields and swords and stuff like that, which of course are valuable. But when you want your figure displayed a certain way, then they become extraneous.
Yeah, I agree. I have a bunch of clear bins too. A lot of the NECA turtle stuff, with bags, and this is, Leo Raff's bag or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about changing up the poses too. I don't know if,
nope. One and done.
A lot of my guys are just standing at attention, but some of them are in poses. I don't know. It's tough to say, but yeah, I mean, the extra hands, NECA especially, just does an excessive amount of extra hands.
One hand, have all the sloppy hands you can get.
It's like turtles have like 3 sets each, and then you're like, okay, there's pointing, then there's high five, and there's eating a pizza,
and then there's like rock and roll, and
yeah, I get it.
I get it. They can do a lot. They've got fingers.
You guys are great. You got the license. Move on.
But this is funny coming from the guy who bought the second issue turtle cartoon NECAs because they could hold pizza.
My favorite accessory. Whoa. My favorite accessory is the pizza. 100%. I love it. It's even with my turtles right now. I don't have any accessories out except to have the 2 different pizzas out there. Yeah. I love it. It's so cool.
I've got you in stitches here. What's up?
Can't say. Just go on with your bad self. Go on.
Okay, action figure spotlight. Do you want me to go first this time, or do you want to go first?
I'll go second because mine's a little long. So you go ahead.
Okay, so last episode I had 3 figures. You picked number 3, so I've got figures 1 and 2. They're both still Masters of the Universe. Which one do you want to see, number 1 or number 2?
Let's stick with the odd numbers and go with number 1.
Okay, so this is a figure that I had before. And I decided that I was going to open it. And over the years since I had moved, it got bumped around a bit. It's kind of brittle. It's not great. I originally bought the first figure at Silver Snail in Toronto when I was living in Toronto.
Oh, wow.
And recently, again, like I mentioned, Josh Van Pelt had a claim sale and he had tons of master stuff. So this is from the NECA Staction line, which is statue action figure line that kind of carried on the 2002 or 2000X He-Man show. Instead of having articulation, they released a bunch of characters that they never got to make for the series because the series ran short, but they did it in the same style. But they're just posable figures, same scale and everything, or not posable. They're just kind of set to a pose. They come with accessories. So this is my favorite my favorite Staction figure that existed. And I think it's one that Jay would love as well. It's Hordak. So, wow. Yeah, take a look at him there. So he is menacing and probably the most demonic form and style that they've ever released of the character. He's just got that very elongated bat-like face. Perfectly kind of hunched over pose, full of dread and just imposing tyranny. Even on the back, like the card art is just phenomenal. Wow. You can take a look there. But yeah, when I saw that this was there, I instantly picked it up and I claimed it within a minute of it getting posted. And there was more than one person that said, "Oh, I really wanted that." So to have this guy now on card, I have him loose, although his one ear is bent off on my loose figure and I'm missing one of the accessories. It's really cool to have him kind of home again. And of course, like we talked about earlier, that's who you can thank for the sculptor, the Four Horsemen toy design.
Wow. So, that is cool. Yeah.
And it's a NECA figure too. So it's NECA and Four Horsemen kind of teaming up for it. So that's really cool.
I really appreciate that. Cause Hordak's my favorite villain. That's really cool, man.
All right, Mr. Bartlett, what do you got to showcase this week? A brand new figure? What is this?
A brand new figure. I've talked about Jedi Luke in a last episode. It's a figure that I knew was going to be my favorite figure ever because the sculpt is just incredible. It's a 3.75 vintage Luke Skywalker. And for whatever reason, like usual, I can't find this figure anywhere. Okay. So, hey, I go on Amazon. Amazon CA has it from Amazon, not from a separate seller. Hey, cool. It's only $17 with shipping. It's $20. It's literally the same price it would be in the store. So I get it. And he comes in the mail. And we'll get that a little bit closer there. And you guys can see the bubble is crushed.
I think somebody kicked it under a van or something.
And it was in a very secure box. So this isn't what, Pixel Dan went through with the Ghostbusters. It wasn't in a...
Because the card back looks perfect.
It wasn't an envelope. It was in a box. So somebody, it looks like if you do that, it looks like that's exactly what it was.
Gentle.
Yeah, it's destroyed. So, okay, I'm upset. I talked to customer service. Boom. 1 day later, I got another one. Now, I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera. Let me know if it gets blurry, Rob.
Yeah, it's kind of out of focus right now.
Yeah. So anyway, this Luke Skywalker here is doing this. So the eyes.
For everybody listening, the eyes are darting to the right. And this is the figure you mentioned before.
Yeah, they're not even centered. They're all to the right. So it's like he's looking to the side without moving his head. But the card back is great. Okay.
The bubble's great.
There's my army build. That's 2. It doesn't end there. So I call again. And I get Luke Skywalker again. The figure is great. The card back. Oh, look at that.
Oh my God.
That's my 3rd one. Ladies and gentlemen,
army building.
Everyone listening, please help me. I need your help. I want this Luke Skywalker, the brand newest wave of vintage figures. I need this figure. Please contact me because I'm seriously pissed.
So that latest one, was that a separate purchase and not a replacement or what?
Yeah, I technically have to send 2 back now.
Oh, okay.
I paid for 2. And once I do that, I'll get the refund. I'm going to keep the crushed one because I'm going to do an unboxing, and he's the best looking figure.
Oh,
of the
dude,
3.
I would keep it. I would keep that carded. That's such a good story.
I was actually honestly going to think about keeping all 3 because it is a pretty good story. But
that'd be a good video for you.
I can't laugh about it now because I need that figure, and I've never seen figures like this in the store that bad.
Yeah.
Like you can't make this stuff up, man. And of course it's the one.
Yeah. That happened to me with Skeletor from the Neo vintage stuff that Super 7 released. You know how they released almost like the original sculpts, but the paint was a little bit different from the original masters. And they said like, you know, as seen on TV. Yeah. Clearly they're not like the originals, but they look like them for the most part. And so I bought 2 Skeletors, and both time there was different package, you know, defects, nothing crazy, but I was like, okay, I'm not getting down this rabbit hole. So I'm sorry to hear about your plight. It continues. Yeah, man. It sucks.
That's okay. Hopefully one of our listeners reach out to me. I am definitely willing to pay for it, obviously, but I can't find that Luke in my town anywhere. So help.